Sony's getting ready to launch PSVR2 for the PC, Zotac has their own gaming handheld, and Nvidia is making their GPUs small again? Let's get into the hot news, everybody. I'm your Brett host. We're going to be going over the hottest tech news I can find on the internet while you enjoy your breakfast this Thursday, May 30th, 2024. Again, we are still traveling to be at Computex 2024 here in Taipei, and so thank you for pardoning the mess, as things aren't exactly as perfect as they would be in our normal studio setup as we record all of this. And that is what Sony is saying to everybody who bought a PSVR2. Sorry, this didn't really meet your expectations. Let's go ahead and make it so that you can use this on PC. They announced that they were going to do this earlier this year, saying that by the end of 2024, they will have a way for you to use your headset on your gaming PC. And now it looks like we're getting closer to that, with a filing being found that they have a PSVR2 hardware adapter that's going to allow it to connect to your computer. There's not really much else known about it besides the fact that it will work for your PC, whether it's going to be Type-C or Type-C for power, and then the display connectivity is something else. Still remains to be seen, but they are also having a state of play today where they're going to announce various different things for the PS5 and the PSVR2. 14 games, including first-party titles, are going to be happening at this event. They may announce the adapter at the event. One of the games that's supposed to have an imminent announcement is God of War Ragnarok for the PC, but once that does come out for Steam, it looks like you're going to actually be able to record your gameplay, with it being reported that Valve is actually working on a background recording app that's going to allow you to snip versions of whatever it is that you're playing, very similar to something like Nvidia's Shadowplay that's running in the background, but now it's going to be baked into Steam directly. This is also on top of the fact that Valve is expected to be launching another first-party game coming soon. It's a 6v6 hero shooter, very similar to something like Overwatch or their other shooter, Team Fortress 2, but that is yet to be officially announced, and it's only been leaked gameplay of all of that so far. And I have no leaks as to whether or not Reece is going to bring you deals today. I just couldn't tell you. We'll see if he has them. Thank you, Reece. Well, here's the deal when it comes to the gaming handheld landscape. It appears that it's shifting and shaking right before our eyes, with Zotac, a prominent GPU and mini PC manufacturer, has announced that they're going to be entering into the handheld market with their Zotac Zone handheld, which is going to feature an OLED display. This is going to help it set itself apart from the RG Ally, the Legion Go, the MSI Claw, which are all LCD screens, and it's only really the Steam Deck of the popular handhelds that has that OLED model. But they're expected to announce more at Computex next week, with them saying that they've made considerable efforts to raise the bar with their debut handheld, tailor-made with competitive features for all gamers. And it is definitely not because they are seeing the success that Valve and everybody else is having and they want to jump in on that. It is also being reported that it will have an AMD APU. It's not going to be running on Intel's Meteor Lake or Lunar Lake like some other handhelds like the MSI Claw do. But I can tell you what you're not going to fit in a handheld form factor is an RTX 4090, and now we've got some details of the latest one that's coming out from MSI. Because here at Computex, they do some pre-event awards, and that's how the MSI SUPRIM FUZION got leaked, because it won an award for its design. And it's a RTX 4090 GPU, a big beefy one, that sticks an entire AIO inside of it. This is similar to their other water cooler one, except for it's just more condensed in a 4.5 slot package, with it having the hybrid design of the AIO pump on the GPU directly, as well as the fans to help cool down the radiator that are on the card. So it's a big, beefy, honkin' chonkin' whomper. And with the trend of GPUs just getting bigger and bigger, Gigabyte announcing that they have a new motherboard that can support up to 58 kilogram graphics cards before it will deviate and snap and potentially break your PCI Express slot. They have their new ultra durable armor PCI Express slots that allow you to connect your GPU and just, I guess, let it free float, free hang, and you don't even need to screw it in, although you probably should. It has this backplate on the back of the motherboard that allows you to have some more tension to make sure that it's not going to collapse. But turns out that might not be needed, because new details are coming out that Nvidia might be making their RTX 5090 normal sized again. This is coming after yesterday, where we talked about the quad slot 5090 card. Turns out that might be for something else, or it's never going to get released, because a well-known leaker who has some insider details on what Nvidia is trying to do actually commented on that quad slot story, said no, the 5090 Founders Edition has a 2-slot cooler, which would make it smaller than the current 4080, 4090 coolers, which are triple slot. Additionally, it will also only have 2 fans, which is what the current setup is, but there was reports that the 5090 with its quad slot will have 3 fans, the 2 ones that you recognize from the current Founders Edition, and then another fan in the middle. So this is interesting because that would mean that either Nvidia is not drawing as much power, so they can actually slim down to the previous versions of the RTX Founders Series coolers, or it could potentially mean that they're going super long, and so you have a lot more heatsink surface area because they decided to make like a foot-long hot dog. But according to this, it's only going to be for the Founders Edition. It's not quite clear if third-party companies like MSI are developing their FUZION SUPRIM card in order to actually cool down the 5090. This does appear to be a very unlikely situation for Nvidia to reverse the trend of their GPUs getting bigger and bigger, especially since we already know some details about Blackwell, and it doesn't look like they're going to consume less power. It looks like they're going to consume more, and a smaller cooler would not necessarily facilitate that very well. But we'll just have to wait for Nvidia to officially launch their RTX 50 graphics cards, which probably is not going to happen here at Computex, but maybe Nvidia Jensen has a surprise waiting in the oven for us. And you all left surprises for me in the comments yesterday, so let's get to those. We got Faith saying AMD is doing Intel a favor. Now people might buy Intel thinking they are buying AMD. I don't know if that ever happened, and I don't think that actually helps Intel, because why would they buy Intel when the AMD number is higher? Why would you buy a 200 when the 300's out? So I don't know that that's helping anybody, and the only place where the numbers are the same is the motherboard, and if you bought the wrong motherboard, that would not be nice. And then we got Mr. Baskin saying, Brett's hair grows back faster than a Hellcat runs red lights. I got a haircut recently. My hair decreased in size in this episode. What do you mean it grows back faster? I haven't shaved my head since the Cannonball, which was in October. I've had a full 6 months of being able to grow my hair back out. I got normal hair growth genes, I think. Then 420 Jaleon saying, heat paste company. Yes, it will work for AI chips. Marketing. It's new AI heat paste. It is. It's delicious. Mustard flavored. And then the theory guy saying, crazy the 5090 will be the size of some mini ITX PCs. Well, maybe it won't be. Maybe, well, besides the like smallest of the small that can't even fit a discrete GPU. We'll see which rumor is correct, which GPU shroud actually ends up being slapped onto the 5090. Then we got Thorax the Impaler saying, is the man missing the opportunity to say Brenty 4 instead of 2024? I'm not gonna do that. That would be Brett Host, Breakfast, Bretty 4? No, that doesn't, Brenty, no, I don't like it. I don't think I'm gonna go with that one. It's an okay suggestion, but I don't think I'm changing the show in that direction. But I'm gonna end the show here because I got more things to do while we're here in Taiwan before Computex starts officially next week. Thank you all for tuning in to Hot News. We actually are going to be live streaming a lot of our adventures here in Taipei. In case you want to come follow us over on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/UFD Tech. We're actually running a competition where if you have one of the best clips from our time here, we have a gaming laptop that we're gonna be giving away in case you're interested in checking that out. So we're live on Twitch 24/7, so you can come check us out over there, and I will see you back here for more of the hottest tech news tomorrow, my friends.